the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Detroit, where the Pistons will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Not a lot to complain about for this San Antonio group right now. A strong stretch of play for this team, winning 6 of their last 7. They're playing at a high level, no lack of confidence going into tonight's game. Tonight, the fans getting a chance to enjoy watching Tony Parker, who came into the league as a speedster point guard, but
introducing your Detroit Pistons. At small forward, at 6'6", number 3, Stanley Johnson. At the other forward position.
Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA. Action. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Coming in off the road, the Pistons are back in Detroit for this game. They're getting their first look of the season at San Antonio in this one. And not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road, so home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage.
And here we go, the first in what will be a 3-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, no splits here, partner. One team will have bragging rights, and a win tonight is the first step.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the floor for San Antonio, Aldridge out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Tony Parker. And it's Middleton in at the shooting guard. Leonard. And good. Got the Ingles that time as it falls.
Bad matchup for the defense, no doubt about it. Doesn't have the height to influence the shot there. Never mind blocking.
Gobert with a screen on Jackson. And it's Middleton penetrating. Takes it from 10. He squares up and sinks it.
My, he is so adept at finishing in the low post.
So it's Detroit now. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Stanley Johnson. Leonard dishes to Parker. Shot is off. Great D that time from Jennings. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Kicks to Jackson. It's back to Jennings. Shot clock at 5. Three-pointer. Cannot hit. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
Now here's Jennings. A 32-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
It's stolen by Gobert. Parker outside. Gobert with a screen for Parker. Gobert with it, and Jennings picks him up defensively. Here's Leonard. Soft touch off the glass. Leonard's got his first 2 points of the night.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Jackson with it. 14 points from him the last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
But his passing just blew me away. I mean, to see him operate their offense that way was a breath of fresh air.
Now here is Aldridge after the miss from Reggie Jackson. Leonard against Aldridge. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. For Detroit, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Right side a screen. The drive by Jennings. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
Middleton the pass to Aldridge. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And it looks like he might just be on his A game today, Clark.
Outside Jennings. Johnson with a screen on Parker. Right side a screen. To the inside. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Leonard. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Tries it from 9. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. That one on Johnson. The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game. And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. Both free throws good from Aldridge.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
Jennings kicks to Jackson. To the paint. Wants to get it back to Whiteside and does. That's good. Whiteside's got his first bucket in this one.
Another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively so far.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see them operating a lot of their offense from the interior today.
So it's the Pistons now after the basket by San Antonio. Johnson sets the screen for Jennings. Six on the shot clock. Outside Jackson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Parker kicks to Gobert. Middleton drives in. No luck. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Pistons trail by 4. Jackson with it. Now guarded by Middleton. Middleton against Jackson. Gobert with the block. Parker against Jennings. Parker kicks to Aldridge. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here.
You know, I think he just wants to tinker with the game plan a little bit, and I think that's a wise timeout.
And part of it, too, Greg, was he saw some things going on out there that he didn't care for.
So Detroit going with an almost entire new group here. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Whiteside. Morris comes in for Myers-Leonard. Bogdanovich, who's checked in for Johnson. And it's Andre Robertson in for Jackson. Jennings. The Pistons shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And 72% on the year. I'm sure they'd like to improve that category.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Anderson, he's checked in for San Antonio. Satoransky comes in for Tony Parker. Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with Stan Van Gundy.
He has a very specific approach laid out. He told me that they're going to concentrate on working the ball into the paint as much as possible today and taking advantage of what he believes is a significant edge for them on the interior. Guys?
Thank you, Doris. And both free throws good for West. Pistons trail by 7. Outside Jennings. Dallenberg sets a screen for Jennings. Robertson dishes to Morris. Uncovered. Good. He hits the jump shot. Bogdanovich has got his first points of the night. Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Satoransky, the pass to Aprimas. Buries it from three-point range.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Jennings kicks to Morris. He dishes it to Bogdanovich. Here's Robertson. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Anderson outside. Here's Marjanovic. Here's Satoransky. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Now the pass to Aprimas. And another basket for San Antonio.
You could not diagram a better way to open a quarter.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the lead they've jumped out to already. What a start.
Here's Bogdanovich. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Jennings kicks to Morris. No good on the three.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Nice ball move. By San Antonio. Bogdanovich dishes to Robertson. And here's Jennings. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Releases. And the jumper is good. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Satoransky. He's guarded by Jennings. Great D that time from Jennings. Pistons trail by 8. Dallenberg passes to Jennings. Pass to Morris. Shoots from 12. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. To the right side. Aprimas, the pass to Anderson. 1:10 left to play here in the first. 8 feet away. Great D that time from Jennings.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
Passes it to Satoransky. There's a screen. And Anderson has it in the corner. Puts one up from 19. And there's West. That good on the assist by Anderson. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you've got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And so it's San Antonio with it. Bertines, the pass to Robinson. Morris with the rebound.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Pass to Bertines from outside the arc. Brandon Jennings comes up with a rebound. Seconds left. The shot is off.
I'll tell you what, for what's really an elementary shot, he looked a little nervous on that release.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. It's San Antonio. They're up by 10. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And we had the chance to catch up with Greg Popovich, and he talked about how he felt Tony Parker ranks among the league's best point guards.
To be in the conversation, I think, is totally appropriate. And Tony is very often not even in the conversation when people talk about top 10 guards and that sort of thing, which has always amazed me. All you hear is all the other names, whoever the new young guard is. And there's a lot of great ones. But to leave his name out seems ridiculous to me.
Pop breaking it down and telling it like it is as usual, Clark. You got to love having a guy like that as your coach.
Without question. I mean, you have no idea how huge that is for a player to get that kind of support and backing from his coach. Is Tony Parker a great all-star and champion? In my book, absolutely, without question. But would he have reached that level without Greg Popovich? As his coach? I think even Tony would tell you, probably not.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
It's all about their defense. They have just done a terrific job of negating the timing and spacing of their opponent.
Every shot is challenged and challenged well.
On the court for San Antonio here on the second. The guards, Parker and Bellinelli. Then it's Robinson. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bertines in at the power forward position. And the shot is good.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Jackson against Parker. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Leonard with the ball, and it's Johnson picking him up. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for San Antonio.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Spurs. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Robinson. Aldridge comes in for Bertines. And Middleton subbed in for Bellinelli. Pistons trail by 8. Inside, it's deflected. It's stolen by Gobert. Leonard on the wing. He's covered by Whiteside. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Back to Leonard. Spurs working the ball around now. Gobert dishes to Parker. 5 on the clock. Here's Aldridge. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Aldridge has got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. And, well, Detroit shooting from the field. 44%, not bad. Whiteside, a screen on Leonard. It's Jackson with the drive. The three from Johnson. Can't get it to go. Good D by Parker. In transition, here comes San Antonio. And Middleton kicks to Parker. And it's Leonard, top of the key. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. In the corner, Middleton with it. And a miss there on the triple. Pistons trail by 10. Jackson kicks to Johnson. Drains the three-pointer. Johnson's got 7 points.
That's 2 straight quick three-pointers they've allowed.
Defense just not reacting with enough aggressiveness. And a moment here to see the numbers for Reggie Jackson. A strong stretch of play the last 10 games. He's getting around 16 points a game, 7 assists, and 4 rebounds. They're loving how he's running the show here. His sensational passing really breathing life into their offense.
You know, the scheme just seems to run much more smoothly when he's in the game because he knows where everybody is at all times.
All right, gentlemen, 3 shots. 3 shots.
The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard. Myers Leonard, he's checked in for the Pistons. Good on the second free throw. And he can't make it. 3 for 3. Pistons trail by 9. And Roberson kicks to Jackson. Whiteside, a screen on Aldridge. Here's Roberson. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 5 here tonight.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Now, here's Parker. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Leonard. Great D that time from Leonard.
That's what we call good defense in the paint, worth its weight in gold.
It absolutely is, and maybe even more than that. I mean, you saw it right there. Without his presence, that's an easy basket.
And the jam by Whiteside.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Spurs leading by 4. Parker passes to Aldridge. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Now here's Leonard. After the miss from Reggie Jackson, they get the rebound.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And Jerebko has it in the corner. No good from outside. The Spurs have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Out to Parker. Middleton outside. Clock at 6. No good off the front iron.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Roberson. And he gets the bucket. Roberson's got 7 points for the quarter.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Leonard attacking. Aldridge down low. He's covered by Leonard. Leonard kicks to Aldridge. The 11-footer. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Aldridge has got 14.
Well, I tell you what, when you get this kind of effort and efficiency from him, they're a really hard team to beat.
Whiteside against Aldridge. They set the screen. Whiteside kicks to Roberson. Can't hit. Excellent D there from Parker. San Antonio leading by 6. Middleton the pass to Aldridge. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard, Clark.
Yes,
bringing
sir.
it down hard,
Yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight.
Jackson has the open look. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down.
Boy, they really started to come on here in the second.
Clark, it's about how much more focused they looked offensively here. They're trying to make up some ground.
Pass break Detroit. Here's Roberson. Good on the shot. And now just a 4-point Spurs lead.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. Middleton outside. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. Middleton's got 5.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And a different look here for the Pistons. Samuel Dallenberg is checked in for Whiteside. Marcus Morris comes in for Myers Leonard. Bogdanovich is checked in for Uredka. And it's Jennings in for Andre Robertson.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And it's West missing.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. And they're on the 2K leaderboard of the teams that have been tormenting opponents defensively this month. Number 1, the Spurs.
Well, better protection of the lane the last few weeks, Kevin, has helped them cut down on the easy scoring. They've also done a better job on the mid-range coverage as well, getting to their man quicker and finding ways to clog up the passing lanes.
Dallenberg, 2 free throws. San Antonio leading by 3. Here's Anderson. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a 3-point play.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And 74%, so-so. He probably wouldn't mind seeing it a little bit higher.
And I'll tell you guys, I mean, to see the improvement he's made in his free throw shooting in the space of just 1 season, I think it's been remarkable.
Here's Bogdanovich. It's good. The assist this time from Jack. Jackson's got 6 assists now in the game.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
It's Anderson with the drive, and it's sent back from Dallenberg. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Here's Satoransky. He's guarded by Jennings. Anderson kicks it to West. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot is no good. Some solid defense there from Jackson. The feed to Jennings. Here's Here's D'Alembert, and that one's good.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
The Pistons shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. For San Antonio, they've gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter, just under 50% shooting. Here's Marjanovic, guarded by Jackson. West. Missing again. Detroit with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Here's Bogdanovic. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Bogdanovic has got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
You know what? I think he had to call timeout right now just to get his guys to regroup because they were really ragged out there.
Yeah, they've got to get some things straightened out. And sometimes the best way to do that is with the timeout. They look to be overwhelmed right now.
Bertanis, he's checked in for San Antonio. That's good. Satoransky's got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
He's taller than most point guards, and he really put his length to use right there.
And D'Alembert kicks to Jackson. D'Alembert sets a screen for Jackson. Morris, left side. Puts it up from 15. Rebounded by the Spurs.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times.
Anderson's shot is off. Detroit's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Now here's Jennings. Here's Jackson. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. And his shots now starting to fall.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. The Pistons shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical. That's their 3rd straight make-off and assist.
Great ball movement.
Here's Satoransky. He kicks it to Bellinelli. And there's the pass to Satoransky. That drops. Satoransky's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not much to defend.
Up top, Jennings. Bellinelli is covering. Up top, Jennings. Pulls it from the elbow. Here's D'Alembert, and that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort. Bellinelli for 3, and oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
A huge 3 to cut it close going to halftime. It's still anyone's ball game.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Pistons lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from the Palace of Auburn Hills.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a rough ride in the first quarter for Detroit. The deficit for them just seemed to grow and grow, eventually reaching the 10-point mark at one stage of the period. The second quarter went a lot better for them, and they got right back where they wanted to be before the half and now hold the 1-point lead. Kenny, what's your take on Detroit so far?
Well, quite simply, their bench showed up tonight. And when I say showed up, I'm talking about on the offensive end because they were scoring in bunches. Now, you want your reserves to just at least come in and hold the fort, but they did way more than that tonight.
Shaq, let's get your thoughts on San Antonio.
Well, their defense was really inconsistent. They get a stop, then turn around and give up an easy bucket. That's why they allowed over 50% shooting. Their defense needs to be a lot more focused in the second half.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. We're seeing a tremendous game from LaMarcus Aldridge.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Jennings runs the point with Jackson flanking him. Whiteside is out there with Myers Leonard. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. That's the group starting the second half for Stan Van Gundy. Now here's Parker. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. That's good.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the 3-point line? Come on.
It's Jackson with the drive. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Nobody near Parker. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pistons trail by 5. Now Jackson. He's got 9. Whiteside inside. Aldridge on him. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. He's drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
The 3 from Johnson. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
Boy, a rough start to the second half. 5 straight clunkers.
And Middleton kicks to Aldridge. Goes up high for the 2-handed dunk.
And the advantage they have starting to increase. Things are coming together for them at a really opportune time.
You know, they don't want to let them hang around too long here. I agree with you. I mean, it's best to go ahead and build that lead here in the 3rd.
Here's Jackson after the basket by San Antonio to end the run. And there's Jennings. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got assist number 8 now on the night. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And let's look at some league leaders. Big defense being played by these small forwards. They're leading their position in blocks over the last month. Stanley Johnson on top.
And typically you have your centers or power forwards contesting the shots down low, but he can come flying in from the wing to block shots.
That's a specialty of his. We call it the rear view challenge, or coming from the weak side. He catches so many shooters by surprise, coming in to provide defensive help at the right time and denying shots.
Detroit shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. Free throw, good, Whiteside. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Spurs leading by 6. Aldridge dishes to Middleton. Feeds to Gobert. And stolen by Whiteside. Outside Jackson. Now the dish to Johnson. And it's sent back by Aldridge. Middleton with it. He's got 8. Outside Aldridge. He feeds it to Gobert. Back to Aldridge. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Middleton, wide open. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here's Jackson. 9 points in the game so far. This is to Leonard. And stolen by Aldridge. And here's Leonard. Kicks it to Aldridge. For three, Middleton. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his third rebound tonight. Whiteside, a screen on Parker. The drive by Jennings. The shot misses. And the Spurs going the other way now.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
Now here's Middleton. 10 points for him. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. And now it's a 10-point Spurs lead.
Despite the troubles he had in the first half, he stayed composed and focused, and now he's getting it going.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. Nice game. Great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
He's getting to the rack all game, and if they can't do a better job of keeping him out of the paint, they're in for a long night.
Yarebko's checked in for the Pistons. Roberson comes in for Jackson. The Spurs also with the sub. Arenas is checked in for Chris Middleton. Here's Yarebko. Johnson, the pass to Jennings. It's rebounded by Leonard.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Launches it. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Roberson kicks to Jennings. Shot is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Johnson. San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Parker kicks to Aldridge. It's intercepted. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Allen Bear comes in for Hassan Whiteside. And Marcus Morris subbed in for Johnson. Pistons trail by 8. And Roberson kicks to Jennings. Pass to Roberson. Jennings wide open. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Jennings has got his 3rd basket of the night. San Antonio's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Aldridge a screen. Leonard dishes to Aldridge. Here's Bellinelli. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Aldridge has got 4 assists in the game.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But, boy, that was a nice job.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Parker passes to Aldridge. Misses from close range.
How about him there, just bodying him up to make him alter the trajectory on that shot.
Definitely some very sound defense played on that trip. Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And the Pistons making a change here. Bogdanovich is checked in, and that one's good. Parker.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Bogdanovich. No good off the back of the rim.
He worked himself into a really good position there, right near the basket. That's the look he wanted.
And Satoransky kicks to Parker. Gobert, the screen. Passes to Anderson. All sorts of time. Good. And now it's an 8-point Spurs lead.
Make it 10 of their last 12 points coming off assists.
You have to love the ball movement.
Here's Roberson. He's got 11 to the paint. West with the steal. Out in his own on the break. Out to Parker. He dishes it to Gobert. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Boy, that was a thing of beauty by Parker.
A minute 50 left here in the third quarter. It's Jennings with the drive. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And when it comes to size, it's not a one-on-one matchup that favors him.
Well, you wouldn't know it with that finish, I'll tell you. I mean, that took a little bit of creativity right there.
Now, here's Parker. 5 points in the game. Tries from 10. And Dallenberg pulls it down. Dallenberg's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Robertson can't hit. San Antonio leading by 8. Parker outside. West dishes to Gobert. And Brandon Jennings gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Detroit. Here's Satoransky. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Satoransky's got the lead up to 10 now for the Spurs. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Jennings. That one wide left.
Great-looking defense, really, just to disrupt the rhythm on that shot.
Yeah, really turned it from a simple, straightforward look into a very difficult shot.
30 seconds left in the third quarter. Pass to Morris. West with the block.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Parker against Jennings. Here's Marjanovic. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That one is off. San Antonio making a switch here. He hits the second from the line. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's San Antonio up 11. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Spurs leading by 11. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got LaMarcus Aldridge. Satoransky there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Bertanissen at the 4. Now here's Leonard. Here's Satoransky. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Satoransky's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Spurs. Jackson passes to Jennings. Back to Jackson. Whiteside sets the pick for Jackson. And here's Johnson outside, and he gets it back. Whiteside a screen, just 4 to shoot. That is good. And that's now 11 points for Reggie Jackson.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Robinson's checked in for San Antonio. Parker comes in for Satoransky. Aldridge kicks to Middleton. stolen by Jackson. And now the Pistons, fast break. Jackson's got the ball. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. Robinson left side. And that one's good. And the Spurs lead by 10.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
We've seen a lot of silly plays like that out of them today. Just way too many.
The Spurs making a switch here. Gobert's checked in. Outside Leonard. Gobert with a screen on Johnson. Leonard dishes to Gobert. Now the feed to Aldridge. Stolen by Jackson. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Leonard with a screen on Middleton. Again, the miss by Jackson.
Well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one. Short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Pistons trail by 10. Outside Jennings. Jackson passes to Jennings. Whiteside a screen. Detroit, no good that time either.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite. Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
Johnson kicks to Jennings. The pass to Jackson. Whiteside sets the pick for Jackson. The drive by Jennings. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Parker with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Parker dishes to Leonard. Low block shot on the way. He kicks to Gobert. Leonard the pass to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed to the paint. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Here's Middleton. Parker outside. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Pistons trail by 12. Outside Jennings. Whiteside a screen on Leonard. Jackson kicks to Jennings. It's stolen by Gobert. Outside Leonard. Feeds to Aldridge. Aldridge double teamed. And it's Middleton penetrating. That's no good. He is 5 of 11 shooting from the field for the game. Jennings with the ball. Now defended by Gobert. They need this one. And there's the call on Rudy Gobert. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And I think taking a time here to talk things over is a smart idea.
One of the things you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Well, over the break, I listened in on Stan Van Gundy's huddle. He didn't exactly take it easy on them, saying, how much do you want it? Don't tell me. Show me out there. We have to play better. We have to play harder if we're going to come back. Guys?
San Antonio calls timeout. San Antonio leading by 9. Middleton outside. Parker against Jennings. It's tipped. And stolen by Whiteside. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And the play by Jennings as he finishes it off for 2.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
Jackson against Middleton. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Detroit's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Jennings kicks to Jackson. Leonard with no one around. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
Spurs leading by 4. Outside Leonard. The dish now to Gobert. There's the lob to the hoop. And so the ball out of bounds. Gobert touched it last.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Pistons with possession here. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Middleton dishes to Aldridge. Puts up the baby hook. Stolen by Jackson. Jennings against Leonard. Outside Jennings. He feeds it to Whiteside. Tries it from 9. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. Now just a 2-point Spurs lead.
They needed a run desperately. And boy, did they come up big.
And you know, it wasn't just about getting solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep.
Yeah, and one reason why, I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Jennings passes to Whiteside. 5 to shoot. The 3. Rebound San Antonio. Aldridge has got his 6th rebound on the night.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Here's Leonard. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Leonard against Jackson. Gobert with a screen on Jackson. Leonard kicks to Parker, and stolen by Whiteside. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Jennings. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Jennings has got 12 points in just the second half. Johnson against Leonard. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Now here's Jennings. Dishes it to Leonard. Johnson kicks to Jennings. Whiteside, a screen on Parker. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Deep 2 from Jennings. Here's Leonard. Count it! And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. That's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
And really, at this stage of the game, to get those kinds of offensive rebounds for putbacks, you almost feel like it's a 4-point swing.
All right, well, a look at how... the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
He took good advantage of that screen. And that's 15 points for Chris Middleton.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture. Clutch.
Nice game. Great performance by LaMarcus Aldridge.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching. .136 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Jennings. Kicks to Jackson. On the wing, Johnson. Defended by Middleton. Back
Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Leonard with the steal. Pass to Aldridge. Got it. Piece of Leonard with the steal. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Jennings leading the charge. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
It's been a solid outing for Johnson. 15 points, and he's knocked down a pair of 3-pointers in this game, too.
And maybe it's time for them to set a few more screens for him up top and let him add to that total.
He gets the first. That narrows the lead down to just 3. He's perfect from the line this time.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
San Antonio's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Middleton dishes to Parker. It's tipped. Leonard with the steal. And here's Jennings, the fast break opportunity. Detroit, no good that time either. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. Gobert, the pass to Leonard. Rebound by the Pistons.
Now you need every basket you can get.
Greg, I think they're still alive here, but they better execute every trip down the floor from here on out.
And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management crucial at this time of the game.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. They trail by 4. There's 10 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Johnson outside. Outside Jackson. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. Off the inbound. And so it's San Antonio who scraped by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Well, LaMarcus, a fine performance for you individually, and it certainly seemed like this team was working well together. What was the key to that?
We played defense. I thought in the second half, our defense was, a whole lot better. I thought, I played well up there too. So, I just went to work tonight.
LaMarcus, great job. Guys, back to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hey y'all, Ernie Johnson here along with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome back for the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, LaMarcus Aldridge. He had a tremendous first half, and that clearly inspired the whole team after halftime. Gave him a big lift.
When LaMarcus Aldridge gets rolling, It's always going to be a tough night for the opposing team. He is about as complete as you can get on the low block. And there are very few power forwards in the NBA that can run the floor as well as he does. He's a franchise player, plain and simple, and they just couldn't come up with an answer for him tonight.
You know what, Ernie? I must admit it. I didn't see this kind of performance coming from him tonight. He's been coming off a stretch of game where he just looked lost out there. To see him turn around this quickly, it's a nice surprise. Play after play, he was getting after it, making plays, and making it look easy.
And that'll do it for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Hope you enjoyed the show. From myself, Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.